All right, this is the chart for the quarter. Please note the lavender triangle on the far left-hand side because we note that Saturn enters Scorpio October 6th, and then Mars comes to the conjunction of the lunar node on the 7th. That's very likely to have some police action during that time. And then on the 8th, it touches the square of Neptune, which means usually that we have deception and illusion and false pretenses. And then the next big action that happens in October is the green circle, and that is October 23rd, with the 25th as the center, the 30th is the end, where we're likely to see some legal consequences, but they're going to be very carefully for a favored group. Or you could see uncomfortable actions with the military at that time. And then we go into November. November, the first part, is fairly, what I would say, mild during the vote, during the presidency, but I would think all of November has still a warlike quality to it where things can get out of hand, and I think specifically of Syria, but then we should see a heating up of information with Netanyahu and with Israel during this time. But starting on November 13th is the solar eclipse, and this is an eclipse period you see in that big wide red rectangular box because so much goes on during this period of time. And the lunar eclipse is on the 28th, so you can see this dominates the lower half of November. But the important part during this time comes with a Mars-Uranus that I point out at the top of that box, and that is centered starting on the 17th, is exact on the 22nd, and finishes on the 24th, but then it aspects Pluto, which is on the 24th, centered on the 28th, and finishes on December the 2nd. So during that time, we're going to see a lot more military action, surprises, and violence during this time. Surprises that are shocking and unplanned. So the probability of having Israel and Iran come up into the public eye is very likely, or you can see a lot of increase of domestic violence or a lot of police action or even police violence when they're trying to do crowd control during this late November. December looks much more optimistic. Much more favorable the first week in December, and then we can get a desire for progress toward the end of the month of December the 21st to the 30th, but meeting up with frustration, and again we may wind up seeing a little bit more action with Arab Spring during that time. And that's in the yellow portion on the right, upper right-hand side of the chart. So, wishing you all the best. Be careful with your investments during the late November time frame. Play it close to the chest, and have a good holidays, because December is the end of the year, and have no fear. We're not going to be having the end of the fifth sun and having the end of the world, but we are in a new age, the age of Aquarius. Best to you and yours. Signing out, Naomi Bennett.